On today's episode of Come Get a Sip. It's been a while, so we will be catching up with our host and guest host and seeing what they've been up to since the last episode. Trying to do my little thing on TikTok.
Come on, TikTok famous.
Not famous.
17K and counting.
And counting. Emphasis on and counting. No, I'm just kidding. Also, we got tons of new music this week, so we will be breaking down all of the hottest tracks from your favorite artists.
I think it is a song that I'm going to keep playing. I like it a lot.
Definitely will. Something cute for the girls, something for the summertime.
Something cute for the girls.
Right. And finally, the Twitter timeline has been in chaos this weekend. He released a video for this album that he put out. And let me try not to be shady.
No, just say it how it is.
He released a video. So we will be talking about all of that and more today on Come Get a Sip. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Come Get a Sip, formerly known as Came Through Sippin', Sip Sip, but we have a new name, but we are spilling tea all the same, period. So in case you didn't know, Come Get a Sip is a podcast hosted by me and a variety of guest hosts where we talk about all of the latest music, the hottest new TV shows, and all the biggest celebrity gossip and breaking news stories. Today, I am very happy to have back a guest from the last rendition of the show, Lourdes Fitzgerald.
Purr.
Not purr.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lourdes.
Hello. Anything else you'd like to...
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted me to do like a whole thing. I thought you just wanted me to say hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Lourdes. Norris's best friend. I'm here today to help sip some of this tea and spill some of this tea. Because we've been talking about all the new music and all the new gossip.
Period. Let's get into it because we got a lot to talk about today.
We do.
So, first up, we will be bringing back our checking in segment. But this time, it's going to be a little different. It's been a long time since we last did an episode. And a lot has happened in the year since. And so I thought it would just be good to start off by having each of us just talk about what we've been up to since the last episode. You know, any new things we're working on, you know, any life changes or whatever. So I can start. You know, nothing has really changed for me.
Stop.
You know, I am, you know, trying to do my little thing on TikTok.
Come on, TikTok famous.
Not famous.
17K and counting.
And counting. Emphasis on and counting. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. And, you know, just putting out some little rap verses. You know, one of them got posted by a very famous person.
Miss Cardi B herself.
Miss Cardi B herself. 88 million followers on Instagram. So that was great. And Normani liked it. But, you know, we don't have to talk about that today. But, you know, yes. And I'm working on some official stuff, so stay tuned. But Lourdes here also has some music that she's been doing. If you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course. Well, yes. You know, the last year I just went back to school during COVID, which was very interesting, but also I'm glad I did it. Had fun. Tried to make the most of it.
I'm sure it was nice.
You know, just because you're in the house doesn't mean you have to be all shady. But yes, we did have a good time back at school. And then yes, I've been working on some music. You know, nothing too much right now. Basically, just putting out some covers every now and then. I'm trying to do it more often. And hopefully working on some original things as well that we have in the works. But I don't really know. But I don't really know the timeline of when those will come out. But yeah, check me out on SoundCloud at Lourdes Fitzgerald. And that's basically what I've been up to.
Love to see it. Yes, some covers of Miss Jasmine, Miss Chloe, and Miss Halle.
Yeah.
Her.
Just released the Chloe and Halle one yesterday. So, very recent.
Yes. Great. So that's what's happening with us. We hope all of you are doing well as well, staying safe, still masking up. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And
oof.
Right. Right. So I'll be wearing my mask forever.
People like have really gotten so like lax about it, and I get it.
Right.
Like most people are getting vaccinated. I'm vaccinated, you're vaccinated, but it's like I don't know, I just don't. I feel like a lot of people were so hassled, like they felt like such a hassle when having to wear a mask, and I'm just like, it's really not that big of a deal. Like
Right.
just put the mask on. If you want to go out to eat or something, put the mask on. Then when you get to your table, when you're eating your food, you can take it off. But I just don't know why people are so like, oh, you're still wearing a mask, but you're vaccinated. It's like, first of all, I still don't want to get COVID. But
Right.
exactly.
And
Keep
also
your mask
mind your
on.
business.
Exactly. Mind
Like,
your
if
business.
someone wants to wear a mask, let them wear a mask. If someone wants to wear 3 masks and a face shield, let them do that.
Someone meaning you.
Aw. All
But
right,
yes,
so anyways.
keep your mask on.
Right. All right, so that's what's going on with us. And now, without further ado, there has been a lot of new music that has come out in the past couple days, past couple weeks. So now a lot, especially this past Friday. So without further ado, we will be diving into the new music segment. Okay, there has been a lot of new music, so we're going to try to cover as much as we can in the time that we have. So first up, we have a release called Somewhat Loved. There you go, Breaking My Heart. This is by the duo Jam and Lewis, consisting of the legendary, truly legendary producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who have worked with pretty much every R&B artist of the past 30 years, 40 years. And with my favorite singer of all time, Miss Mariah Carey. It is a single from their upcoming album, Jam and Lewis Volume 1, which is their first project as an individual act, like a solo act. Well, not solo, but And, I really like it. So if you're listening on SoundCloud or YouTube, you will get to now hear a snippet of the new song. I can start us off on this one. I really love this. Mariah put out a lot of new music last year with the Rarities, and then her new Christmas project that she did with Apple. And so I was really excited to see like new music from her so quickly this year. It's a song that she wrote with The Dream back almost pretty much a decade ago. And, she collaborated with Jam and Lewis to do it with this beat that they made, and I really like it. It's really upbeat, it's really fun, it's really like bouncy, and it sounds amazing in the car.
No, it does. I listened to it in the car for the first time.
Yes, it is a hit. And so I really love when producers, like when you can tell that a producer has or producers in this case, have chemistry with the artist that they're working with. Like sometimes producer albums can feel like they're just like random singles put together and like there wasn't really any cohesion. The artists and the producers clearly didn't have much chemistry. But this really worked for me. And Lourdes, you already said you liked it, but any other thoughts?
Yeah, I did really like it. Of course, you put me on. Cause I love Mariah. I do love Mariah, but I'm not, I'm not the stan that you are. But I listened to it. I thought it was giving what it was supposed to give. No, but seriously, like I do think we always have to give Mariah her dues and her credit because so many people, because so many people try to be like, oh, Mariah's old. First of all, she is not even that old. I need people to stop calling people old that aren't that old.
Right.
But she, people love to say like Mariah can't sing like she used to. And this song just really proved that that's not the case, because she was giving vocals like she sounded back in the 90s. She was giving whistle tones. The song literally ends on like a very long whistle tone. And I just feel like we need to stop discrediting her voice and like trying to make it seem like she can't do what she used to be able to do. But that's all to say that I did like the song a lot. I loved the breakdown. I thought when it goes right into the chorus and she's like, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get copyrighted. But I really did like it. I did. It reminded me of Caution, the album.
Just very fun.
It was giving like very fun, like upbeat, just like, I think it is a song that I'm going to keep playing. I
definitely will. Something cute for the girls, something for the summertime.
Something cute for the girls.
Right. Absolutely. And don't ever question Mariah's pen, y'all, either. Because if you listen to the vocabulary on that song, the way she tied those words together. Okay, don't play with Mariah's pen. But anyways, go listen to the song. Once again, it's called Somewhat Loved. There you go, Breaking My Heart. Jammin' Lewis and Mariah Carey. All right, next up, this was a huge week for female rappers in particular. It feels like pretty much every female rapper that's popping right now dropped something on Friday. And so first up, we had a huge release from Megan Thee Stallion called Thought Shit. Oh my God.
Why you say it so quiet?
Because it's Sunday and I don't cuss. I don't cuss at all.
It's called
but
Thought
especially
Shit.
Okay, well, she said it.
I remember hoes used to clap for me happily. Now I'm bossed up and them same hoes mad at me, acting like they riding whole time trying to pass me. Watching me go through it, still trying to drag me. Acting like you winning if you think about it actually. Are they supporting you or really just attacking me? I don't give a fuck about a blog trying to bash me. I'm the shit per the Recording Academy. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thigh shape. Hands on my knees.
Okay, so this was hailed by Megan Thee Stallion as the return of Tina Snow, her alter ego who really shot her into like mainstream fame. The thing that really caught people's attention, besides the song and how amazing the song was the video. The video was epic. It's the type of video that people have been, really like wanting, to see from artists. We want videos like that are really visually just visually, what's the word, like they put a lot of effort into visually pleasing. Yes, but like they put a lot of effort into the visuals, like, and there's a storyline. It's not just something they put together in 15 minutes.
Right. You can tell that she worked really hard on it. And the video itself, like, first of all, I have thoughts. The beginning with that man, the main protagonist man, the white man in that video, he was just very much giving me uncomfortable. And I liked the way that they like made him out to be, like the character that they made him out to be, because I could really tell like the direction and like the storyline of the video. But yes, this is versatility. And I'm going to tell y'all that right now, because people really keep trying to say that Megan isn't versatile. Norris, I know you saw it firsthand on TikTok.
I certainly did. And I checked them.
No, you checked them. But this video right here, like, this is a music video. Like, I feel like so many videos these days by these artists, male and female, are just not... they're not really giving any type of creativity. They're not giving a storyline. And I feel like Megan really, like, she put, I mean, obviously the director as well, but like there was just so much thought put into this video. My favorite scene was the diner scene with those outfits. I feel like everyone's been sharing like pictures of that scene.
And there were so many references too. There were references to like The Shining. There was a reference to Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, it's just very iconic. Very, like, it's like the type of video that's instantly iconic. And it's just proof once again that female rappers are really carrying the industry on their back right now. Like, between Megan and Cardi, like, we know Cardi and Doja in particular, and Meg, the three of them are at the top of the game in terms of visuals. Like, providing visuals in their videos and making hits, making bops. And so this is just once again proof that, She's giving you a great song. She's giving you a great video. And it is definitely one of the top contenders for Song of the Summer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Song of the Summer. I love that she's going back into this Tina Snow era. I love that for her because, and this isn't even shade, like when Fever came out and when Big Ol' Freak was like the big song of the time, like that was such a moment. And I feel like I do like songs from her latest album. I do, but it definitely wasn't my favorite of hers. And so now that she's going back into the Tina Snow era, like I really do, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. She's going back and she's making music that sounds like Big Ol' Freak. And I definitely think it is contender for Song of the Summer.
Absolutely. And, you know, back to the whole discussion about versatility and like rapping about different things. One, if you actually listen to the lyrics of the song, like, yeah, the song is called what it's called, but like it really, like people are saying Megan always raps about sex. The song really isn't about sex like the entire time. Like if you listen to the song, it's really not. But, you know, people don't listen. Listening comprehension is not common amongst people on Twitter these days. But there was someone on Twitter that pointed out this as well. They said, to paraphrase, if y'all really wanted to hear different stuff from female rappers, you would listen to the ones who rap about quote unquote different stuff. But y'all don't.
Yeah.
So that's that.
I told you this earlier, but like I definitely see it being a song that's gonna go viral on TikTok. And I don't even think that's a bad thing. Like some people might think that's a bad thing, but I'm just happy for Megan. I'm happy. She took her little hiatus. It wasn't really a hiatus, but I'm gonna give it to her. And she came back and she's giving us visuals, she's giving us lyrics, she's giving us everything.
It is great to see, and I'm excited to see how this song takes off going into the summer. So I already mentioned her before, but we got another big release from Cardi B with Migos on their new album Culture 3. This is Type Shit.
Once hoes start doing bad, they need something they could blame it on. Bitches couldn't be as hot as me in the summertime with a blanket on. Bitches really be puppets. I'm in the lamb chopping on pay along. Are you stupid, dumb or slow? Got these frames from Ricky, yo. All these verses I done slay. All these looks that I done gave. Could've let these fuck hoes drown, but I let them ride my way. Man, these hoes looking real light, and this ass looking real heavy. Feel like Beyonce with this Birkin, but I'm rolling with this Kelly.
So on this song, Cardi was giving bars. Like, I feel like every time Cardi comes on a Migos song, like, it's just something magical happens. Like, she is just giving puns and wordplay and, like, type of thing that you have to, like, when you listen to it for the first time, you have to pause it and run it back and be like, whoa, like, that is a line, you know? They have such good chemistry together. And it just, this to me is another example of how Cardi is really like one of the main girls right now. You know, they really try her. But like between this and DJ Khaled's album where she had Big Paper, like she is consistently like showing herself to be like the biggest draw in terms of like features on people's albums. Like she's the one that people look out for. They immediately tune into her music, whether they love her or they hate her. And so, yeah, I really like the song. Lourdes, what did you think of it?
Well, I didn't really care for the Migos. I don't really care for the Migos. That's not even like me being like, I'm gonna call them the Migos. Fine, Migos. I didn't really care for their verses, but I feel like we're specifically focusing on Cardi's verse. I think that I liked her verse. I did. I agree with what you said about the lyrics. I agree with how you had to play it back. Definitely was giving it definitely was giving like a good feature from her. I don't think it was my favorite feature by any means, but I did think that she did a good job. I think they could have even given her more. Like I think she could have come back. Like she could have had the first little verse that she did and then come back at like the end of the song and say something. Like I think they could have done that. Maybe they didn't want to do that because I would have given her too much, but honestly, I rather prefer her than Migos, but that's just me.
Yeah, well, I loved it, and I think that's another song. Like I listened to it like in the house, and it sounded great, and then I listened to it in the car, and it sounded amazing. So once again, that is Type Shit from Migos and Cardi B. Love you, Cardi. Okay, on to the next song. This is the new song from Doja Cat. This is called Need to Know. It's the second single from her Planet Her album, which is coming out very soon.
I just been fantasizing, and we got a lot of time. Baby, come throw the pipe. Gotta know what it's like, yeah. Oh, baby, I need to know.
Lourdes, do you want to start off on this one?
Sure. Okay. I like it. I do. And I don't stop because all the Doja Cat fans are about to come for me. No, I do like it, but I think it needs to grow on me a little bit more. For me, like it's not rare for me to like a song on the first listen, but like it's not even I'm not even trying to insult her by saying it needs to grow on me a little bit more. I just think that's just what it is. It needs to grow on me a little bit more. That being said, I think the chorus, I like the chorus. It got stuck in my head yesterday. I was like singing it to myself throughout the day. But I do want to say the music video, Doja never fails. Doja will give you a visual. Just like how we were talking about Megan having versatility, Doja is always going to give you something different. None of her performances, her live performances, her music videos are the same. You always know that when you get a video from Doja, it's going to be something iconic. It's going to be new. It's going to be something that she hasn't done before.
Right.
So I do want to applaud her for that. And she did a good job.
Because she performed Say So like 67 times.
Yeah, but it was
each
different.
Each time was different. Right.
Exactly. She's so tired of that song. No, she has to be. But what did you think about it, Norris?
I felt the same way. I felt like it's definitely a song that will grow on me as I continue to listen to it.
Right.
I think just because like a bunch of the other releases were very like hype and very like a lot more like just like, you know, peppy, like in the club type music. Like
it's different.
You know, yeah, like booming bass in the car. I definitely felt like this was another very solid release from Doja. Mm-hmm. Like you said, she is very consistent.
Yeah.
And I feel like she definitely is setting herself up to have like a big era with this album, just like she did with her last album.
Yeah. And I also, the other thing is I saw a few people on Twitter and like TikTok being like, yeah, Doja really didn't even need to release this song because Kiss Me More is still like hot.
You ain't even had man lying on your know that. Got me a bag for the brick, you know that. Control them so the pace it right though back. All this ass for real. Drama make you feel fantasy with a bill. It's all I can give you. Kiss me more. We're so young, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose.
Like people are still listening to that song. She's still getting a lot of love, but the fact that she's still releasing new music just proves that she's dedicated, she's motivated, and she wants it all. So props to you, Miss Doja.
Yeah, because this is a big move. Like you said, she could definitely ride out Kiss Me More longer, but the fact that now, like if this song starts to like really blow up, like she would have 2 big songs heading into the summer.
Right, exactly.
And an album dropping in a couple weeks. So she's like, yeah, good for you, Doja. And amazing video as always. So yeah.
And my girl Ryan Destiny was in it.
Yes. Miss Ryan. We love her.
We love her. What's next?
Next up, this is the new song from Dream Doll. This is the first single from her upcoming album, Life in Plastic 3. This is called Tryouts.
Hey, yo, Taste, I'll surely come spit in my mouth.
Yeah, I wanna freak Jada inside of the pink Tiger. And tell Coil Ray I'll be ready to link later. I'm trying to go crazy on Lori. We can make our own movie. Tell Michael B. Jordan and I'm sorry.
And where sweetie at? I kinda like you. Say you an icy girl. Well, I like ice cubes. I'm trying to have Tiana Taylor come bust in the spot. Yeah, Iman can come too, but he just
Okay, so this song, this to me is one of the best releases of the week. Yeah, I loved it. Dream Doll has been like, the way she has improved so much ever since she did a song with Lil' Kim called Funeral, and it was like amazing. She and Kim were both doing their thing.
Now you a nervous bitch. This that hoe get down. This that murder shit. Blood on my red bottoms. Don't get
nervous, bitch.
Lil' Kim and Dream Doll, that mean all y'all bitches dead. Never sleep on me like a bunny, I'm on all y'all bitches' heads. Fuck your man, you cut him off a week ago. I ain't never in my feelings, I ain't Kiki ho.
It was great. And from that point on, that was really the start of Dream Doll really pushing her pen. So the song is about, you know, being tired of men and the way that they're just so trifling, and saying, like, I'm just gonna, like, try the other side.
Right.
It coincides with her announcement that she is bisexual. So, yes, we love this release from Dream Doll. I love it so much. And, you know, she just done a song with CJ, Lil Freak, where she just went completely off on her verse. She had a song Collection, a freestyle that she released. She's just been like really doing her thing. And I'm glad that people are really starting to notice and really starting to like stream her music, buy her music, you know, watch her videos, because she definitely deserves it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I just listened to this song and I really liked it. I thought that I love like name dropping, and she just did that the whole song, and it was very fun because I feel like every single person that she dropped, like all these celebrity women, all these rappers that we know, all these artists, Lori Harvey, like she had such a good line for each and every one of them, and I was like, come on, creativity, come on, pen, because she did that. No, she did. And I'm very happy for her for coming out. I'm happy for her for feeling comfortable to release a song like this, because obviously if she hadn't have come out, we would probably be saying different things about this song, because we'd be like, that's kind of interesting. What did you want to try out? But no, happy for her. Congratulations, Miss Dream Doll. And
yes,
it was a great song. I liked it.
I loved it. And I think that it really speaks to the sisterhood in rap in particular, really making a comeback. You know, the sisterhood that we saw in the 90s with like Lil' Kim and Ladies Night, that's really making a comeback now. And to see her like name dropping all these artists, it's like, yeah, this is a big deal.
Right.
And then also I think it speaks to just the depth right now of female rap, and the fact that, you know, it's not just like one or two or three people, even three people at the top. Like there are just so many rappers, you know, we could name like 20, 30 who are doing their thing, and not just doing their thing, but also getting recognition for it, you know, and, you know, having popularity from it. It's just great to see. And so definitely y'all check it out. Trust me, you will be glad you did. This is a great song. And yeah, Tryouts by Dream Doll.
Period.
That is all the new music. Well, not all of it. That's all we're going to talk about today. There's also some new releases from Polo G. He released a new album with features from Nicki Minaj and many others. Just For Me by St. John and SZA. That is from the soundtrack for Space Jam: A New Legacy, starring LeBron James and many others, coming out in July. Also, Cupcake dropped, Rico and Nasty dropped, and Lorde dropped for anyone who's interested in that.
And Nicki Minaj.
I said Nicki.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, now we are going to get into the real tea, the stuff that has been taking over Twitter over the weekend. First up, we're going to warm it up a little bit and talk about this Todrick Hall mess.
What happened with Todrick Hall?
Oh, you didn't see this?
No, explain it.
Oh my goodness. So basically, he released a video for this album that he didn't put out. And let me try not to be shady.
No, just say it how it is.
He released a video. In the video, it was a bunch of like white men, and there were like one or two other black men. And, you know, people were like saying stuff about it, going in on him, and also pointing out the fact that for a song that was really promoting inclusivity, all of the men had the exact same body type. Ooh. You know, very muscular, very like chiseled, you know, so it's like inclusivity where, you know, people were making points. Right. He didn't take too kindly to those points being made.
He never does. He hates criticism.
He hates criticism with a passion, and he made it so much worse for himself because the criticism was happening, but it wasn't making all that much noise. You know? Yeah.
Were they in his like replies? They were in his Twitter replies?
Yes. So this is the tweet that really got all of us on Twitter talking. He said, and I quote, Slavery worked. They hoped we'd still be here today, fighting and trying to take down our own. We can prove them wrong. And then in all caps, uplift your own.
That slavery worked.
Right.
Because people told him that he only had one type of body in his video.
Right.
Child, what does that have to...
It's just so embarrassing. The ratio is tough. He has 4,600 quote tweets.
Oh no.
Yeah, to 641 likes. So he's getting dragged up and down the timeline as he should be. Because what is that? What are you talking about? Slavery worked. Like, let's talk about it. I really hate how, and he's not the only one, but he's really the one who does it the worst. So many black gay male celebrities in particular only want to engage with the black queer community when they want to like criticize us or say like, why are y'all dragging me? We should all uplift each other. You never uplift us in any other situation. You didn't uplift the people. You didn't uplift the people you didn't pay.
Oh,
allegedly. Sheesh. So you're the last person who should be talking about unpaid labor. Let's talk about it.
I don't understand why he's getting so defensive about like something that is it's a very valid criticism, and we'll get into that when we get into the next topic. But just the inability to understand what people are saying, taking into account that people have valid points, but all of a sudden you just see it as, oh, I'm being attacked. Now you guys are attacking me. Like, it's just, people are simply telling you that this was lacking in your video. And how inclusive can it really be if you didn't have this? But he can't see that. He just has to be defensive.
Right. And Franchesca Ramsey really summed it up well. Oh.
Love her. No, I love
her. Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought, I was like, uh-oh.
No.
No, I love her too. Franchesca Ramsey said, "This bothers me for all the obvious reasons, but mostly because you spent a large chunk of your early career trafficking in the worst stereotypes about black people, but especially black women. Then you never publicly owned up to it. Instead, you just moved on. And then it's unfair and hypocritical to use Uplift Your Own to deflect valid criticisms about repeated themes in your work and real harm they do. If you don't agree, fine. But you aren't doing yourself any favors by trafficking in false equivalencies and anti-blackness. Period."
Well, yeah, she said everything that she was supposed to say, everything that I agree with.
Right. So yeah, that's that. Todrick needs to get it together.
He does. I'm tired of him, to be honest. No offense.
Right, as Nene would say to Cynthia, continue to have pageants at Walmart. Anyways.
What? Wait, I didn't even hear that. No, I didn't.
It's a Real Housewives reference.
If I don't watch Atlanta.
Yeah, I know. You should have. I won't say you should
have.
I
tried to. I did. And I'll probably try again.
Well, we'll see what happens next season, because this season was a mess. But
yeah,
we'll
talk
about that another time.
Next season might be good. Anyway.
The next season going to be good. But especially if they bring Miss Faye back. But again, that's for another day. We'll talk about that later. But yes. And now that we done fried that little fish up, let us get into the bigger fish, which is In the Heights. Now, I was excited for this film. You know, I haven't been to the movies in so long. I did go to see Cruella the other week, though. Great movie. Emma Stone, I'm so sorry.
Great movie. I thought you said you fell asleep.
Two things can be true at once. I was tired. But it was a great movie, and Emma Stone did what she had to do. And Emma Stone, I like to publicly apologize, because I thought you weren't going to be giving, but you were.
No, Emma Stone,
giving Cruella. She does. And so I apologize. You did great. And I will definitely be going to see it again, or maybe I'll see it again once it comes on Disney+. So I can really take it in, the full movie. But you did great in the parts that I saw. And so I was excited to see In the Heights. You know, my family and I have been talking about going to see it together. You know, because it seemed like such a great movie theater movie. Right. You know, very like dance number, very like music, very like, yes.
Very music. It's a musical. Ciao.
Anyways.
I know what you mean.
But it has really been in a mess this weekend on the timeline. And it was already bad, because they were getting called out for very valid criticisms of, just like with Todrick, the lack of representation, specifically of dark-skinned Afro-Latinos. And especially given that the film is based in a neighborhood that is not dominated by light-skinned people.
Right.
It went from worse to worser. When an interview came out with some members of the cast and crew from the film, that really, they dismissed so many of the critiques, and really said everything wrong that you could possibly say in response to these critiques. So since I started out the last topic, Lourdes, I will let you start this off. I know you have a lot to say because I've already heard you say some of it ever since the trailer came out. So
No, yeah, for sure. No, let me just preface this. In the Heights as a musical is probably my favorite musical. It is very near and dear to my heart for a number of reasons, being that, you know, I am Black, I am Latina, I am when I saw the musical, I was with my grandparents, so it was just like a very important thing for me. And growing up, like, I know every single word to every single song, like, it is my musical. So that being said, it was sad. And when I first saw the trailer, the trailer, literally the little teaser thing came out in the end, I want to say December, like 2019, because somebody recently liked a tweet that I said from 2019 about the trailer. And like, of course, that is the first thing that I noticed, like understanding the colorism issue within the Latinx community, and like knowing that the representations of Latinos, like in the media, you're always going to get the same thing. You're going to get white, you're going to get light. And that's just a very valid criticism of the film. I have not seen the film yet. I'm going to be seeing it soon, but I have not seen it yet, so let me not say that I know everything and everyone that is in the movie. But yeah, how are you going to have a movie that is based on a neighborhood, based on Washington Heights, which is filled with a lot of Dominicans, a lot of dark-skinned Dominicans, a lot of dark-skinned Latinos in general, fill up that neighborhood, fill up that community, and to just be so dismissive. And in the interview that you're talking about was done for The Root. And I think that it's just interesting how she was asking, did you already say her name?
So it was Felice Leon who did the interview for The Roots.
Yeah, and she just did a good job of just like asking the question straight up. Like, that's what I really liked about it, because it was a video interview and she's just very blunt. She was like, where was the representation of Afro-Latinos, specifically dark-skinned Afro-Latinos, in this film in leading roles? Because they're in the background, of course. They're dancers, they're extras. But when you look at this cast and you see that like all of the leading characters are either white Latinos or just very light-skinned, and then you see the one like representation of a Black person is supposed to be a character who's not even Latino. He's just supposed to be African American. So it's just like, that is an issue. And when people are calling that out, suddenly it's just what we said about Todrick Hall. It's just a bunch of defensiveness. It's a bunch of like, oh, but that shouldn't matter because this is just a movie celebrating Latinos as a whole, and we just need to be happy about that. We need to be happy about that. Why are we complaining about every little thing? You guys always want to complain about something. And it's just like, people are literally saying that this was lacking. And though I'm sure it was a great film, my mom saw it, she loved it, you know, my mom loves everything. But, and I'm sure, like, I'm not even trying to say that they didn't put a lot of hard work into the film, that they didn't work long days and nights, didn't practice, weren't good actors. Not even trying to say that. I'm just saying that time and time again, we see this happening, and when people call it out, suddenly it's, oh, but we're all people of color, we're all Latinos, we all need to love each other and uplift, so let's not even try to go there. That's what I don't like. But I've spoken for a long time, so tell me what you think about it, Norris.
I mean, I agree with everything you've said.
Period.
It was just very poorly handled from start to finish. It's like they obviously knew that these critiques were going to happen, especially once the trailer came out. And also something that was really interesting to me, there was a video on TikTok where someone basically pointed out that they had paused the movie and they had seen like these same dark-skinned extras and dancers in the same shot multiple times. Like they had like placed them in the same shot multiple times to make it look like apparently that there were more dark-skinned actors than there actually were. So it's like you already had like 2 or 3 and you were trying to make it seem like there were 6. What's up with that? So yeah, all around it's just been disappointing. And I think especially from Lin-Manuel Miranda, who really rose to prominence because of hip hop, to kind of slap the community in the face like this, it's a little rude. And the other actors and crew members who were in that interview did not help matters at all.
Yeah, I just think they were probably just so caught off guard by the fact that she was even asking the question.
Right.
Because I think they've probably seen it like on social media. They've probably seen people talk about it. But for somebody to actually ask them straight up, and especially the director too, just ask him straight up and them just being so like shocked by the question itself. It's like, no, y'all should have been ready because this was going to come up. That being said, I am excited to see it just because I do love the musical. They cut out a bunch of songs and I'm really mad at y'all for that.
Child, they're just messing up all over the place.
No, they did. They cut out so many songs. I get it, like time, whatever. But they cut out some of the really, like one of the better songs. A few of the better songs, actually, in my opinion. And they cut out a whole character. Yeah, they did. And I'm a little mad at that.
Were they dark skinned?
Well, in the music, she just played the one of the main girls' moms. They just said that she died instead. So I was like, sure, but she had one of the best songs in the show.
Not
but anyway,
issues.
Oh, child, budget issues.
In the Heights is currently in theaters, and also streaming via HBO Max. So go check it out if you'd like. And so with that, I think we can wrap it up for today. We had some very good discussions about all the new music. Go check it out. Once again, Mariah dropped, Dream Dog, Cardi, Meg, and so many others. We talked about the drama with Todrick. We talked about the drama within the Heights, and we checked in with each other. And so thank you all for coming back. I'm so excited for this relaunch of Come Get a Sip. And in the next episode, we will definitely be diving into some more tea. I was telling Lourdes I had a plan for what we were going to talk about this episode, but everything kind of blew up over the weekend with this stuff on Twitter. And so I thought we would just change course. And so that might happen next week. So I'm not yet going to announce the topics.
No, never do that.
Regardless, it will be definitely some hot piping tea. And we will be spilling all of it. Right, trending hot topics.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, of course. Thank you for coming. Once again, this is Lourdes. This is our first guest host, and she will definitely be back. So stay tuned. And this is Norris Johnson signing off for today. For now, I don't know. I'm going to have to come up with a good sign off, but maybe y'all will help me in the comments. Anyways, bye y'all. Come Get a Sip is produced and edited by Norris Johnson. Our guest host today once again was Lourdes Fitzgerald. The Come Get a Sip theme music was written and produced by Norris Johnson. Thanks for tuning in and see you next time. TikTok from user Thick Black Thought. I'm not gonna say that.
Is this the video that
there was a video that was blowing up on TikTok where someone basically pointed out that they had paused the movie and they had seen like these same dark-skinned extras and dancers in the same shot multiple times.
Oh no. Norris.
Like they had like placed them in the same shot multiple times to make it look like apparently that there were more dark-skinned actors than there actually were. So it's like you already had like 2 or 3 and you were trying to make it seem like there were 6. What's up with that?
Hello.
Hello? Did the line disconnect? Hello? Hello? Hello?